It's Monday, the 4th of March, and we finally made it. There's a tree. 2 weeks ago, we began the planting of the orchard. So my friend Frank came up with an auger and we drilled all the holes. I think that was a Friday. And then the following day, we started planting. It took a lot longer, a lot more physical effort than I expected. Digging out trees that had been sitting in a nursery for 3 years was tough going. So we didn't get everything done on the first day. We got 26 trees in and wanted to continue then over the following days. But then it started raining again, and you know what it's like. I've shown you what it's like here when it's wet. It's not very pleasant, and the soil here is quite heavy. It's very clay rich, and we found some of the holes because we drilled all the holes first, had filled with water and just weren't draining. But we had a dry spell again, and on Thursday last week, took the day off and we completed the planting. And then over the next couple of days, it was a case of finishing off the tying of the trees, finishing the protection. And then yesterday, we put rings of mulch, so chipped wood, around each of the trees, and that will help conserve moisture so we don't have to water as frequently, hopefully. And maybe it also will discourage mice digging too much near the trees. We also included a granulate, so when we were backfilling the holes, it would have been nice to have a compost or something, but we used a granulate that had some fertilizer in it to give the trees a bit of a boost, but also kind of water absorbing crystals. It's like gel that expand and absorb water, so that basically a water store, so that we might have to water as much. I do get worried if the past few years are anything to go by. Watering is going to be an issue up here, so any little bit that helps, we'll try. But I need to figure out some system where we can get water up here as needed. Bringing up a 250 litre barrel on the back of a borrowed truck isn't ideal. Something that would be a bit more permanent and easier to manage would be good. But yeah, 3 years in the planning. It was 2021, then started doing the grafting. So some of the trees are 3 years old. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the trees. I think I'll come back to the details. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's a bit of a relief to get this far. Something else you'll notice is these kind of mini gallows around the place. These are Robinia posts, with I think it's cherry wood I put across on top to act as perches for birds of prey. So we get a lot of buzzards, red kite and kestrel around here. And what they do like to do is land on little young trees. And so if you have a kind of something like this behind me, that's more a bit of a whip. If they land on that, they can break the tips off. So the perches have to give them somewhere to sit. But also, because I said we've lots and lots of mice here as well, some of which may not be great for trees, it will give the birds of prey an opportunity to sit and have a look at what's on the menu and maybe take the population down a little bit. So there we have it. Not sure what else to say. It's a bit anticlimactic, but it's just great to have it in. And I'll be away for the next couple of weeks, but what I plan to do over the coming months or years is to maybe do some profiles of each of the trees. And each of you, I promise, will get certificates. They're in design at the moment. And then we'll make a map of where everything is as well, so that you get a link to where your sponsored tree is. And of course, the meadow management is another thing. So all you meadow sponsors, I haven't forgotten the meadow. I have a management plan for it, but I'll get into that in a later video as well. So thank you again.